A couple of months ago, I talked about Kevin G and how he got banned from TikTok and then ended up returning to TikTok within the same month of me creating it. Upon talking about Kevin G, you guys seemed to like it, at least to an extent that you actually watched the video. Thank you. But another story that I really want to tell from TikTok is WorldOfTShirts.
Pour me something tall and strong.
WorldOfTShirts has been an account that I've been following for almost 2 to 3 years now, since he first started uploading. He's an autistic young man who his parents seemingly just gave him free reign on TikTok after he turned 21 as of a year ago. To really understand how sad his entire story is, you really have to start with the beginning of Josh's story, where he simply would review Starbucks drinks. And it was great. He had no problems, he had no issues, he was unproblematic, never was freaking out, never was having trouble. He would simply sit down, talk about a drink that he really liked, and everyone loved it. He also got a ton of views from this, and a lot of following and attention, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it ended up becoming the worst thing for him. Well, let's just start with how he looked in the beginning.
So you're supposed to get a venti iced coffee with 4 pumps of white mocha and sweet cream. It's good.
So that's a basic understanding of what his videos were. Completely innocent, perfectly made, no issues, no complaints here. Just a kid enjoying his coffee. That's fantastic. Judging by his face and his hair and his eyes, he looks healthy, he looks young, and especially, he looks happy. Now we're gonna jump forward about a year, and Josh turned 21. Immediately upon turning 21, Josh started drinking alcohol, which, again, isn't necessarily a bad thing, but he was drinking it constantly, over and over and over and over again, and he didn't stop drinking alcohol constantly, which grew to become a problem. He also had some controversies for smashing a fish's head in with his foot.
Okay, I'm sorry about the fish. It was a wrong thing for me to do, to stomp that fish. Please, just get me my account back.
But more so, as of late, as he continued to drink, Josh proceeded to have several freakouts.
Why does everyone scream? Stop again!
What the fuck?
Now, this is rough, and it honestly, it hurts me to watch this. Josh should have never been put in this situation. The fact that he is surrounded by people with cameras, and they're screaming. We got all these hype beast chads with their tank tops and perms acting like they're all cool, filming this kid freak out and then run away from the crowd that's all surrounding him with their cameras, just fucking... Not only did Josh freak out, he got chased by an entire crowd, and all of this because of his TikTok fame. As Josh proceeded to have more and more freakouts, he got more and more popular and almost became to a level of meme standard, which isn't great, especially Josh in this scenario. It's just really heartbreaking to see. And this isn't the only time.
My fucking jaw I'm fucking done! I'm fucking done!
It's gotten to the point where Josh is almost like a Pokemon that you catch in New York City, and when you see him, you gotta make sure you get a picture or a video, or else no one will believe you that you actually saw him. This is a human being we're talking about, and people are filming him like he's an animal, talking to him like he's a creature, making fun of him like he's a meme. Kind of to the point where Josh is seen drinking all of the time in most of his videos, whether it's those that he posted himself or those being recorded by other people. It's gotten to the point that there's even TikTok accounts that specifically count the amount of alcohol he has consumed within the week.
Pour me something tall and strong.
Warning. This is just getting really bad. Josh has a lot of carryover BAC, but starts his day off at 1 p.m. with a tall Bud Seltzer for 2 standard drinks, $5 and 200 calories. At 2 p.m. it looks like Josh has a tall mystery drink, but if you look here at the top label, that's going to be a tall raspberry twisted tea for 2 standard drinks, $5 and 400 calories. Captain takes a much needed few hour break, but then at 6 p.m. he has a White Claw as well as a margarita for 2.5 standard drinks, $17 and 350 calories. 8 p.m. and we have a free shot of whiskey for the captain. That's one standard drink, no dollars, and 120 calories. Josh is now on tour at 10 p.m. with a mystery drink and a tall paper bag. That's 2.5 standard drinks, $5 and 400 calories. 12 a.m. isn't looking too good. Josh either has a gin rickety or like a vodka soda. Either way, it's 1.5 standard drinks. He then washes that down with a tall twisted tea. In total, 3.5 standard drinks, $22 and 600 calories. Really surprised the captain isn't done, but at 1 a.m. he has a high noon for one standard drink, $8 and 100 calories. Looking at the totals for the day, Josh had 14.5 standard drinks, an average BAC of 0.31, which is absurd. He then has a highest BAC of 0.38, which ties his record he made yesterday. He then has 2,170 calories consumed and $62 spent.
And to put it simply, we're talking about a young man who doesn't understand why drinking that much alcohol isn't healthy for him or anybody.
Hey Josh, how's it going?
Dude, I was here being WorldOfTShirts and I didn't have my ID on me, so she wanted to kick me out. Even though, do I look underage?
Yeah.
No.
We're not here to drink.
What's going on right
Hey Joshua, you remember me?
What's going on?
Cash.
Jake!
Hey bud, you remember me?
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
What's going on? Where is it?
I love your videos.
What's going on right now?
Josh, come on.
What's going on right
Josh, they're coming for you. They're coming for you. They're coming.
What total pieces of shit. Like, he's very obviously disoriented and doesn't know where he is. And you start chasing him, freaking him out, telling him people are chasing him. And we've seen several times, and these guys obviously recognize him and know who he is and intentionally shoot him on video so they can post it on TikTok and get 1 million views or whatever, exploiting this man who is autistic, by the way, and in need of help. And instead they're using him as clickbait and views and patronizing him while he's drunk in the streets. Really? Good job. Great job. Wow. Fantastic job, guys. You chased an autistic kid in the streets while he was drunk and disoriented. You should be really proud of yourself. And like, I see this time and time again on TikTok of people using Josh for clout and for views and never once stepping down and saying, hey, are you okay? Or maybe we should get you some water or something to help you, or someone to help you. Now, Josh has been on a podcast before, and on this podcast, they did talk a little bit about the drinking.
If I don't vape or I don't zin, I'll get withdrawals.
Okay.
I'll get a nicotine withdrawal. It's not fun.
No, I bet not. Do that.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. I've got bugs in my tummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I've got bugs in my tummy.
Surprised how intelligent Josh is. Probably off the charts intelligence.
Are we almost done here?
That's up to the
We're
host.
done whenever you want to be done.
Whenever you're done, we can be done.
Okay, let's go to a bar.
Wow.
We could get a drink and get some food.
You got one more drink, then you're cut off.
I was at the hospital.
How did that end up happening?
So apparently I was drunk.
Do you think you were drunk?
And I was banging on a window. I don't even remember. That's what the nurse told me.
Okay.
Now, Josh is able to make any decision he wants to, and he has every right to as an adult who is 21 years of age. But when he's at this point where he's wasted constantly, being filmed constantly, having all of these people on TikTok watching and becoming basically a staple on the internet of people just using him for views, exploiting him for views, I would step in. I would recommend you step in. I would think that'd be the wise choice to make. And maybe I'm wrong for saying this, but every time I see a video of Josh, he just gets worse and worse and worse. It's just quite sad to see. There's not much there for Josh other than just drinking alcohol constantly and uploading TikToks and not understanding why they're blowing up. The reason they're blowing up is because people love how goofy and silly it is to see this man who's drunk and freaking out and they make fun of him and they mock him. Hell, I even saw a TikTok of someone doing an impersonation of Josh on TikTok.
Welcome to class. My name is Professor Block. I'll be your professor.
Now, if this gentleman is an actual teacher, that's rough. I don't mean to be sensitive, and I feel like I'm not being sensitive here, but maybe I am. But I feel like making fun of an autistic man on TikTok who gets drunk and is drinking an unhealthy amount of alcohol almost constantly is not great for a teacher's portfolio, but what do I know? You know, maybe I do want to learn from this man. I don't. It's a lie. Why? Why are we making fun of this? This is somebody's life we're talking about here. Josh doesn't understand why he's a celebrity. He doesn't understand why he gets all of these views. And maybe that's an unfair assumption for me to make. But I don't think he knows that the reason he gets so many views is because everyone's either making fun of him, mocking him, or finding him funny in the sense of him being a meme. And it's just incredibly sad. It's incredibly sad to watch somebody go from a sweet Starbucks coffee review channel to freaking out in the streets of New York with a dozen people following him with a camera. That shift is crazy. Really, the best way to put a bow on the ending of this video is to simply just show Josh himself. I think it tells a lot, and it's heartbreaking. Even like him talking about Zins and stuff on that like podcast, it's not an enjoyable thing for me. I don't have a good time watching Josh. I'm not in a good mood now talking about Josh. It honestly just makes me really, really sad.
My hands are shaking, I'm nauseous all day. Every time, like, if I don't drink for more than a couple hours, the shakes come back. I don't know why. I haven't been hungry in a year. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't sleep, I can't eat, nauseous. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I think that clearly shows the state that Josh is in, and it clearly shows that he needs help. And I can't do anything about that. And I hate that. I wish I could do something about this, but I'm not the people who are in charge of Josh. I'm not his parents or his family or his friends. And I hope he has those things. And I hope that they're willing to take care of him. Because if I was in this state like this, I would want my friends and family to take care of me. And I'm not just saying that because he's autistic. I'm saying that because he's a man who is genuinely in a really, really rough spot and is in need of help and doesn't need to be on TikTok, doesn't need to be pushed for views, doesn't need people to be filling him around constantly. Josh needs help. And it breaks my heart that no one has helped him. And I hope it is fixed. I truly do. I know this one's a little bit of a sad video, and I usually do more upbeat yelling and screaming at Cardinal kind of videos, but I've been watching Josh and World of T-Shirts for a very, very long time, and the more I see him, the more I want to say something. And I hope my voice gets heard, at least to an extent. That's really all I got. I'm not going to plug anything, that's really all I have for this video. It's really hard to end this video though. I don't know how to, because my ending tagline is a little upbeat, and I'm kind of just sad now.